Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Scuf Gaming Showdown. Chris Puckett and my favorite Australian, we have Mr. Bioacid on the phone tonight, bringing the cast all the way from Australia. And we've seen some pretty solid games so far. A little bit lopsided domination. Denial outslaying Optic Gaming on Strike Zone, but then Clayster caught fire in Search and Destroy on Freight. Now it's Octane Blitz. Who takes this one, Bio?
Originally, I tipped Optic for that domination game. Denial came out and surprised me. So I want to favour towards Optic again, obviously, because I think they're going to take that series out. But I'm a little bit concerned. Denial might be able to do something here because they did do a good job to almost come back in that S&D on Freight as well.
Absolutely. And of course, on the Scuf Gaming Showdown here, we are giving out an MVP controller to the player who plays best in tonight's match. Of course, this match, part of the MLG Winter Invitational, but you guys get to pick who that MVP is, and your vote only counts if you hashtag MLG, so include that in all of your tweets. But there are all the players. You got Clayster, hashtag Nadeshot, Scump, Embos on the Optic squad. On the Denial squad, you can pick from Twiz, Fizz, Noxide, or Flawless, just like their gamer tags here. So send in your tweets. Let us know who you think is playing the best tonight from both of these squads. It's time to get ready for game number 3. The map is Octane. The game mode is Blitzin'. And Bioacid, we've seen some insanely fast games on this map in terms of captures. What's the best strategy to employ here on Octane?
You know, you want to control that middle part for the most part you can, but also the sneak plays is what I've seen a few times come out and, you know, do a bit of damage. They just sit back. They won't go for that kill. They'll let a player go past, or they perhaps go for the overextension and coming around just to try and get that capture in. But obviously it comes down just to that middle control, some good shooting, and some smart playing. Like, you know, just overall, just how you look at the map instead of just running gunning.
Now, something that I loved at the Columbus tournament, now this was, of course, just 2 weeks after Ghost had launched, but Envy found a way to totally lock down the motel side of the map. They didn't try and cap much from that side. They left Proofy and one more player with an AR back at their base playing pure defense. Everyone else that I've watched on this map, they're always just trying to outscore each other and charge into the other side. We'll see who gets the best advantage of their opponent in this one. And were you able to get into the game, Bio? I'm having some trouble here.
I'm in the game, but only in spectator mode. I don't know if you're in. It didn't let me choose the Codcaster mode straight away.
It didn't either. You know what? I'm going to let the game decide for us what to do here, and it looks like the kills are going down either way. I'm watching a Denial at the start here, so let's get into the action. I got Noxide on my screen at the moment.
So if I change over to the Denial team, let me just jump on them with them then, as I'll have to find their team. Oh, and I picked the wrong team straight away. Good going, yes.
All right.
As we jump to the Federation side of things, there we are. So with Denial Twiz right now, I'm just seeing what he's up to. On that MTAR sitting back in this moment. So 45 seconds gone from this. Oh, one player. There it is, the sneakiness. Scuffy sitting down that bottom hotel, trying to, you know, be a bit smarter, but getting found there by Twiz and clearing that area out.
And we have Twiz and Noxide both pushing forward to gas. Noxide is going to protect Twiz as Twiz is going to try and sneak in with Flawless, who's going actually top pawn. So map control definitely in favor of Denial at the moment, and Noxide is pretty close to a cap. Actually, he's back at his base. Let's go to Flawless for the moment.
So jumping over there to Flawless right now, sitting up top of, I believe that is, let's see,
top pawn here.
Top pawn area, sorry. And just chilling back for this time being, looking out towards that gas station, just waiting for these guys to come to him. So he's just trying to be a smart player and pick up some kills while his teammates run around below him just there. Looking at all his back hotel as well. Couldn't see no players. So he's not doing that much here, Puckett. Just more of a defensive player thing.
And I'm actually switching through all the players now, and it looks like that is exactly Denial's plan. They don't know where Optic is coming from. They want to get a few kills at home first before they push out. Noxide just scored one on Embos, but they still need to hunt down Nadeshot and Scumpy, who will be the players to look at on the attack. Clayster actually sneaking right past Noxide for the first blitz cap of the game.
I'm going to change over to the Optic team there and just seeing what Clayster's up to now after the first little cap he's put down. Currently like out here at the back of gas and just chilling in inside things. So after putting a cap in, he gets picked up pretty quickly there by Fizzup, who's now making a push here. However, Nadeshot aware of that situation, just going to chill back at their point for now, and hopefully while Embo squeezes it out. Oh, one player stuck on through though, and there's a point. Great work there by Noxide.
Yeah, good stuff as Nox was able to sneak in, and he is going to find more players in the middle, finally going down. We're going to switch over to Fizzerp now from Denial. Keep your eye on this Optic squad. Let me know if anyone is getting in position to cap. At the moment, it looks like Fizzerp and friends are going to lose middle map control. They need to make a 3-man push on this bus side. And there is the kill from Noxide to open up things. They're pushing through the motel, and Denial still held in their base. I got to go over to Optic. Who's the player to watch right now?
Yeah, right now Optic have been playing semi all right. You know, they got a cap in there, just 2 caps, sorry, to Clayster. He's doing a fair bit of work, but Embos as well is doing a fair bit of slaying in that middle area, you know, and right now he's just being picked up once again. Sadly, Nashot now by himself, trying to protect here the best he can, but he's been taken out. Off the respawn, his teammates will come back on in and trying to stop this team of Denial, tying it back up at 2 caps apiece, while Scumpy clears up upstairs there as well.
Clayster sitting back is just going to be watching his home base. Of course, the score 2-1 in favor of the Optic boys for the moment. Clayster with both of those captures, which is really interesting to see the AR defender getting the captures in. I'd expect a lot more from these subs as Embos is starting to heat up 2 straight kills there, including a knife. All of Optic now pushing forward, Embos leading the charge.
Scumpy retreating back just to hold that position for his team. But like you said, Embos pushing up here, trying to get up there and hotel up through the windows. Gets shut down though. But Clayster's going to push straight through the middle of the map, trying to head to that bottom hotel over towards Strip. And he is taken down as well. So right now, middle map control, Denial do have, but they are down by 1 capture point still. With 50 seconds remaining here in this first half, being down 1 isn't that bad, Pucky, but at the same time, you know, they want to try and at least tie it back up or get 1 ahead before that end of the half.
Yeah, the Optic spawn is considered the more favorable side here when it comes to Blitz, and we will switch at halftime. So 30 seconds left. Let's see if Optic can put in another capture as Clayster is going to get 1 kill top pawn, a second one over there at Strip. The question is, how many players are defending back motel? Clayster's going to make the move on his own.
Ooh, Scumpy just laid a little bit for me there. I was a little bit worried for him, but he's still inside the game, which is good. Clayster now pushing up here with Scumpy on the bottom of the hotel. 1 player above him.
Oh.
Shots going out, but a nice kills there by Feather, who took down 2 players. Twiz is there too to pick up Clayster in the end. Now, Nashot is waiting for this time to tick on down, making sure no one's going to push on out there. 2 caps apiece at the end of the first half. So a good game indeed here for Octane Blitz.
Very interesting stuff going on here as Scumpy is going to pick up the round-ending kill, stopping that player from coming in for this score. And look at the kind of kill columns again. Just 9 and 7 from Clayster. Everyone else on the squad negative as Optic is losing their slaying battle. Let's see if they can turn it on the motel side. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, it's considered the more difficult side to cap from. At the start, we're on board with Nadeshot. Let's see what this guy can do.
Quick look over their scores as well. Clayster 9 and 7, 11 and 14 for Embo. Scumpy on 7 and 10. Then Nashot 6 and 10. That's from the Optic team, of course. Clayster the only one with caps right now of those 2 that have gone in. And straight away, another cap goes down with Embo's pushing through. But Nashot been a bit sneaky here, Puckett, trying to wait for that time to tick on down and push on through right at the right moment.
Yeah, here comes Scump. And Scump slides in. Touchdown. Already 4-2. And Denial, you have to question, what are they doing here? How are they not finding these players that are simply pushing up through the middle of the map?
Yeah, it's been a bit interesting there. Optic just standing in that middle side of things, Denial pushing out at the same time. But again, Optic are just playing this smart. They're not going for every single kill that they have to. They're only going for the ones that really need to be taken out, that cause pose a threat to them, while they push up and get that map control back and try and sneak past that Denial defensive. You'll see Scumpy right now in the middle of the map behind Crate, trying to find some player out there at gas, while Clayster comes back out from Hotel as well. Now, and Nashot chilling back here on the defensive side of thing, and Embo's up there in the Hotel, so they're sitting back a little bit here, Puckett, but they are up by 2 caps, so they do have that advantage.
So just playing defense for the moment. They do have the 2-point advantage. Do not want to lay off the pressure, though. They constantly want to be keeping Denial on their toes, as it looks like it's Embo's this time pushing straight to the base. Hasn't been spotted, feels the goal, and there it goes. 5-2, Denial. At this point, with 3:17 left on the clock, they need to realize that they are not watching their base well enough and adjust to the strategy being employed from Optic Gaming.
You know, Denial aren't going that bad from a Slayer's point of view. 15 and 13 there for Fizzip. Noxide 14 and 13. 9 and 12 for Twiz, and then Flawless on 8 and 5. So from a slaying point of view, they're doing all right. But just remember, Blitz is not all about slaying. If you're sneaky enough, you could go 0-20, but if you come through with a lot of caps, you're winning that for your team. As they're trying to push through, just then you'll notice Noxide picking up 1 kill on Embos as Fizzip takes down Clayster as well, but Nade Shot still on that defensive. Sees one up there on top of Hotel, pushing down that right staircase now. Will pick him up cleanly and stop that attack that the team of Denial were trying to put down for the moment.
And nice double team from Nadeshot and Scumpy picking up the attacker at the base. It looks like 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Optic definitely going to take a defensive stance. Let's switch through our players as Nade is going to be cleaned up, it looks like. I want to see what's going on with Denial as we switch our teams. Denial did just cap there. Who did it come from?
The cap in play, I think, may have been Noxide. Was it? Yeah, yeah. Noxide was sitting in defensive, and Embos was right there at the same time. So he stopped Embos from putting that in. And just like that, Denial have picked up 2 in a row. So now it's 5-4. And Noxide is pretty close to this one as well, trying to make it tied up at 5 apiece. This is going to make the difference now. There it is there. 5 caps apiece for Noxide with a 2-piece on that kill as well. Great work there from him.
Man, it was just 5-2. Now 5-5 as Denial is catching all kinds of momentum. Couldn't get Clayster, but Twiz is now in here. Everyone from Optic just trying to stand on the spot to stop the push here from Denial. Flawless. While all of his opponent, or all of his teammates rather, are pushing forward, he is simply trying to maintain middle map control and stop Optic from sneaking by.
Got to be careful, though. While they did have pretty much most of their players pushing up on that point and they're getting slayed, that allows an Optic to push out a little bit and maybe sneak on past. They've managed to tie it up. We get 3 caps in a very short period. 1 minute remaining right now, and just like that, Optic have increased their lead back to a +1. However, Fizzip right here on the point, almost getting in, but from behind, Nade Shot's there to shut him out with a clean Remington shot.
I bet you $1 Noxide's got this, though. He has been their star at short range, and there's another quick kill, and he gets through. 6-6, tied it up, 45 seconds left on the clock.
This is going to come right down to that wire, perhaps. Twiz is now down there as well, trying to cycle through to find him. Fizzip's near their hotel side of thing, too. So they've got 2 players out here on this point. They want to get that lead. One behind him. Twiz finds one as Fizzip stays alive as well. And there it is there. He should be able to put this one in.
Twiz coming in, and he will not. It's going to be up to Noxide, who gets shut down as well. Optic Gaming, do they have anyone in position to cap? It looks like Optic is playing D, working for overtime. Twiz in the middle of the map slowing down, and Noxide is simply standing on the blitz cap point back at his base.
Yeah, you know, after that little last play. Oh, hang on a second, though. Optic right there in the point.
Oh, big kills from Flaw at the end.
Big Flawless shutting down Embos right there. I think it was Nade Shot as well who had pushed up and trying to get through.
Stops the player, jumping down, catches Scump mid-sprint. Strong finish from Denial as they were off to a terrible start there in round number 2. They're going to close it out. Guys, we're going to throw to a quick 30-second commercial break after you see the stats, and then we will get overtime started here on Blitz. We'll be back after this.